Hey people, I'm Spydoc, and welcome to... Okay, before you start the video with your lame joke as always, I have a question, Spydoc. Fine, what is it? Why do you pronounce Spydoc as Spydoc? What's with the k part? That's because I'm special like that, okay? Now get out! You're interrupting my video, you bit. Sorry guys, I don't know who that was. Anyway, let's continue. Today, I'm gonna do something different. Instead of me rambling about some random life story, I'm gonna tell you the origins of Buddha. And yes, it's pronounced Buddha, not Buddha, not Buddha. It's pronounced Buddha. There's a DH at the end for a reason. You Americans, always ruining culture. Wait, aren't you American? Shut up! Now, before you ask, no, this is not a political or religious channel. I just wanted to try to tell the story in an entertaining and funny way, because when my mom told me the story, I laughed a lot. So, we begin in 5th century BC in present-day Nepal. There was a wealthy king who lived there, called okay. I'm gonna call him King S, because I can't pronounce his name. I'm sorry. I know I'm a pig who's uncultured. I'm sorry. Anyway, King S really wanted a son, like very badly. He tried many times to get his wife pregnant, but, it doesn't always work. But one day, it magically worked. He had a baby boy and named him Siddhartha Gautama. I'm going to call him Sid for simplicity. So in honor of Sid being born, King S wanted his son's future/fortune told. For some reason. I mean, today we celebrate babies by having baby showers or birthday parties, but back then people celebrated by having some guy with a beard tell their kid's future. Wow, times have changed a lot. So the king brought a priest guy, and the priest guy looked at the date of birth, the exact time of birth, his zodiac sign, the phase of the moon during birth, the position of the planets in the solar system during birth, the current season, the exact spot where he was born, and his sex. After analyzing all that, the priest said, "He will either be a great and wealthy king, or a sage who spreads wisdom and knowledge, like me." King S was worried. He said, "What? He has a 50% chance of becoming a sage like you?" "Yeah, what's so bad about that?" What's so bad about that?" Nothing, it's just, I prefer a wealthy king, "What could cause him to become a sage?" "If he sees the harsh reality of life, there's a 50-50 chance he'll become a sage." So after hearing that, King S put his son under house arrest. He was never allowed to leave the palace because he might see the harsh reality of life. So he made sure his son was forever happy in the palace. So anything he wanted was brought in the palace. Birthday parties? In the palace. Playdates with friends? In the palace. Amusement parks? In the palace. Candy stores? In the palace. First date? In the palace. Getting laid? In the palace. Getting married? In the palace. Everything was in the palace. Now that I think about it, that kind of sucks. Imagine every important event in your life happening in your house. I mean, it's a palace, but still, it's your house. So, I think after he got married and had a couple of children, he was really bored, and he wanted to see the outside world. So he went to his dad's personal chauffeur/driver and asked, "Hey broski, can you please just drive me around outside the palace? I'm really bored. Please?" The driver looked at him and said, "I cannot. I swore an oath to your father to always keep you in the house from the dangers of the outside world, and I will never break that I'll give you $300 if you take me right now. Here, $150 in advance." Well, screw this. So they both went out for a drive in a rickshaw. As they were going down the street, Sid saw a beggar on the street. He had ripped clothes and was very skinny. Sid asked, "Well, what is that?" "What is what?" "Oh, you're talking about... Oh, okay, you're talking about the beggar." What's a beggar?" "It's a poor guy." "Okay, I know what the word guy means, but what does the word poor mean?" Oh my god, okay. Poor means someone with little to no money. Not everyone is rich like you, rich boy. Wait, some people aren't rich? Are you stupid? I just said not everyone is as wealthy as you. I'm your freaking servant. Why would I be wealthy? Now, it's not Sid's fault. His father never taught him about poor people, so... Poor guy. Then the driver said, "Let's keep going." After a couple of blocks down, Sid saw a really sick man who was coughing and sneezing a lot. He was dying. He said, "Wait, stop. What is that?" "What is... Oh, that guy. He's a sick guy. He's sick. He has the flu." Okay, I'm really confused. Oh my god. Okay, kid. People get sick. It's a normal thing. You will too. Don't worry. You'll be coughing and sneezing like that guy. Let's just keep going. After a couple of blocks down, Sid now sees a very old man. The man is holding a cane and has a long beard. He's also slouching. He asks his driver, What is that?" Okay, first of all, stop saying "what is that." We are talking about people here, Sid. They're not some weird creatures from another dimension. Stop saying "what is that." Say "who is that." Show some respect. Second of all, that's an old guy. Okay, I know what the word guy means, but what does the word old mean? This idiot. Old as in age. What? I thought people don't age after the age of 55. Okay, he said this because the oldest person he knew was his dad, who was 55. What are you talking about? What did your parents teach you? Oh, right, never mind. Let's just keep going. After a couple of blocks down, Sid saw a group of people carrying a dead body on a wooden plank. He asked again, who is that? Well, at least you said who this time. That's a dead guy. Okay, I know what the word guy means, but oh my god, this kid's so annoying. Okay, dead means you don't exist anymore. There's no breathing, the heart stops pumping, the person is just gone and will never come back. I'm so confused. Oh my god, that's it. I've had enough of this. I'm taking you back home. But Mom, I'm not your mom, you idiot. Sid was shocked after seeing the harsh reality of life, which was that suffering is inevitable. He left his palace, his wife and kids, and his father and his mom to seek ultimate knowledge and wisdom. And on his journey, he found 3 things that lead to suffering: expectations, attachment, and desire. I mean, it's mainly desire, but the other 2 things contribute too. When you have high expectations for something and it underperforms, you suffer. When you are attached to something and you inevitably lose that thing, you suffer. When you really desire for something and you never get it, you suffer. If you avoid these 3 things, you become enlightened, which translates to Buddha. I know, it's really hard to do. I myself love materialistic things and my parents, and it would be tough just to stop living without them. But hey, it's not impossible. I mean, you can do it, but then again, it's really hard. Anyway, that's how Sid became the Buddha. And that's a wrap to another video, folks. This video took so long to make. But hey, at least it's worth it, right? Now I know there's many versions of the story for Buddha, but I just told the version that my mom told me. There's actually another person that he meets when he's with the driver. He meets a sage meditating under a tree, and that inspires him to become a sage and become enlightened. But I just didn't include that part because this video is getting too long. Also, the whole meeting, the 4 or 5 people, it happens over like a week. It doesn't happen in one day. So, yeah. Anyway, stay safe, and I'll see you sometime next month.